Most people live like they're swimming upstream, fighting life, chasing more, pushing harder, all with the belief that if they just work hard enough, they'll finally feel at peace. But deep down, we know the truth. The more we force things, the more tired we become. The more we try to control life, the more it slips out of our hands. What if peace doesn't come from effort, but from surrender? What if the secret to a better life is not pushing more, but resisting less? This is the heart of Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophy that offers a completely different way to live. It doesn't ask you to believe in anything. It doesn't preach. It doesn't demand that you worship gods, follow rituals, or chase enlightenment. Taoism simply teaches you to observe, to let go, and to live in harmony with the natural flow of life. That flow is called the Tao, often translated as the way. But here's the catch. The Tao can't be defined. It can't be controlled. It's not something you can capture in words. In fact, the very first line of the Tao Te Ching, the foundational text of Taoism, says that the Tao which can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. So what is it? The Tao is the silent order of the universe. It's the invisible rhythm behind everything. The rising and setting of the sun. The cycle of seasons. The movement of your breath. It's not something outside you. You're already part of it. But most of us are taught to live as if we're separate. As if we must force life to work for us, instead of flowing with it. And this is where Taoism offers a radical shift. It teaches that real power comes not from domination, but from alignment. One of the most important ideas in Taoism is called Wu Wei, often translated as non-action. But that's not quite right. Wu Wei doesn't mean doing nothing. It means effortless action. Doing the right thing at the right time, without force or struggle. Imagine a surfer riding a wave. She doesn't fight the ocean. She feels it. She moves with it. That's Wu Wei. It's not laziness. It's mastery. And when you live in Wu Wei, life begins to feel lighter, smoother, and more natural. Not because everything is perfect, but because you're no longer fighting every moment. Another core idea in Taoism is balance. Yin and Yang. In the modern world, we divide everything into good or bad, right or wrong, success or failure. But Taoism says those opposites are not enemies. They are parts of the same whole. There is no light without darkness. No growth without rest. No joy without sadness. Everything in life is a dance of opposites. Trying to live only in one extreme will always lead to suffering. Taoism teaches us to accept both sides of life. To embrace the full experience, not just the easy parts. What makes Taoism especially powerful today is how it applies to the chaos of modern life. In a world obsessed with productivity, Taoism teaches simplicity. In a culture addicted to noise, it values silence. While social media tells us to build a brand, Taoism tells us to drop the ego. While the world rewards endless striving, Taoism says pause. Watch. Wait. The Taoist sage isn't passive. But he isn't rushing either. He listens more than he speaks. He acts when the moment is right. He doesn't try to force outcomes. And in doing less, he often accomplishes more. This isn't just theory. Taoism is practical. It's in how you respond to stress. It's in how you carry heartbreak. It's in the way you handle failure. It's in your ability to breathe when things go wrong. A Taoist doesn't need to have everything figured out. He simply trusts that life has its own timing. That some doors open when you stop trying to kick them down. That when you let go of control, the current of life carries you exactly where you need to go. Look at water. It's soft, but it wears down rock. It yields, but it finds its way through anything. That's why water is the perfect symbol of the Tao. It moves around obstacles. It doesn't panic. It doesn't resist. And yet, it gets everything done. You don't need to force your way through life. You need to feel your way through it. Taoism also teaches that simplicity is sacred. Laozi, the founder of Taoism, said he had just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These are your greatest treasures. Most people overlook this. They think peace will come when they buy more, do more, or achieve more. But Taoism reminds you that the more you chase, the more peace slips away. You don't find peace in achievement. You return to it when you stop chasing. And that's what makes Taoism so rare, so powerful, and so needed today. In a world that wants you to be louder, Taoism teaches you to listen. In a culture that pushes you to prove yourself, Taoism asks nothing of you. Only that you be real. That you stop pretending. That you flow with life, not against it. So if you're tired of fighting life, if you're exhausted from always trying to fix, control, and force things to go your way, maybe it's time to try something different. Maybe it's time to listen to what's already inside you. The part of you that knows you're more than your job title. More than your fears. More than your endless goals. Maybe it's time to stop climbing and start flowing. This is the Tao. The way of nature. The philosophy of flow. Not a path to escape life, but a way to finally live it. If this message felt like a breath of fresh air, if it spoke to something inside you, then this channel is your space. Welcome to Virtue Whitey, where we explore timeless wisdom that speaks to real life. Not to impress, but to help you return to what you already are. Subscribe, not to follow me, but to follow the way.